Alright guys, so let's go ahead and share what kind of seeds I'm growing this year. There's a lot of new stuff. There's some different varieties of some things we've already grown before. And then there's some stuff obviously that we just grow every year. So one of those things is the dragon tongue beans. I just got one pack of these this year. For this year, we usually grow about 2 packs of these and 2 packs of the purples, but in the state of the world right now, we really want to have a good harvest of beans this year, so we are growing mountain half runners that we get from a local nursery, and then we'll grow these as well because I really like these, especially for like stir fries and stuff. Josh prefers the mountain half runners for like canned green beans, so that's what we're doing. And then just some normal squashes. We've got our early prolific straight neck squash, some zucchini. This is black beauty zucchini, pretty common. And then we have a straight 8 cucumber and a homemade pickles cucumber. Now these I liked because they can be eaten and picked, harvested at any time of growth. So those little baby gherkins, if you want to do some of those, you pick them small. But they're really good for whole pickles, and that's something we want to do a lot of this year, some whole pickles. And then that's my pretty common every year kind of thing. I also have some like just regular pickling cucumber, Boston pickling cucumbers, but I don't know if I'll put any of those in or not. And then I got 2 different kinds of squashes that I've been looking for a long time. One is the Rondinese squash from Baker Creek, and a similar variety to this that I used to eat at used to buy it from a lady at the farmer's market. It was called like a Tatum squash, but it was very similar to this. It also had very tender skin, and so I am going to try this. I really like those with fried eggs. If you have not tried fried eggs with some fresh squash, like sauteed in butter and salt and pepper, is the best thing. I promise. It doesn't sound like it would be, but it's really yummy. And then another squash was the Delicata Squash. I found this in my gardener, and this squash is just supposed to be a really healthy alternative to like maybe mashed potatoes. Trim Healthy Mama, the eating plan that I follow, a lot of ladies went crazy over this last year, and I've been trying to find this squash in the stores and have had no luck. So this year I'm going to grow my own. It'll be the first time me trying it. I'm taking a risk here, but I think it's similar to like a spaghetti squash, in that it like has the big vines and then you harvest it all at once. So we'll see how this goes. Our spaghetti squash did really well. We still got quite a few, so I'll probably cut back on the amount that I grow this year of them, and I'll grow these and then the spaghetti squash as well, because they're playing hide and go seek. So if you hear them, that's what they're doing. They're playing hide and go seek. Okay, so then something else that I got is chives. I usually grow the other kind of chives. I think they're garlic chives. I don't know. I've never grown these with like the big purple flowers on them. It seems like I started some and I wasn't quite sure how to like harvest them way back like the 1st or 2nd year that I got married, almost 20 years ago. And I had these, but I never really like ate them. But I want to dry some and dehydrate them, because I buy dried chives that's supposedly this variety quite often and use them quite often. And then something else that I've never tried before, and I actually am going to start the seeds today for these because they take a little bit longer, is celery. So I've never grown celery before. We use it a lot. I don't typically buy it in the store because it's something that I feel like I could live without, but when I do have it, I love having it, and it freezes pretty well. So I like to dice up some peppers and tomatoes and celery and put it together frozen like that. I use that a lot to season soups and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about growing my own celery, seeing how that goes this year. I hope that sun is not like glaring me out. I really can't tell. Then tomatoes. I couldn't find a couple of the varieties that I really like this year. I bought my seeds in early January, and a lot of the things I wanted was already sold out. So I will be buying my seeds in November or so if I have to. As soon as they're available, I'm gonna buy them. But I did get more of my tried and true San Marzano tomatoes. These are what I make a lot of my sauces for throughout the year, throughout the summer, and they're great to make like spaghetti sauce and stuff with. We like really firm, big, meaty tomatoes. Now all my kids and Josh will sit down and just eat a tomato raw. Cora grabs them like apples and eats them. So we like the ones that aren't super juicy. And so we got a classic beefsteak. I couldn't find my German or giant Belgium that I grew last year that we liked, so we did get the beefsteak in place of that. And I also got this German pink tomato. It says it's excellent for canning, freezing, slicing, and juicing. So I did this as like my all-purpose tomato in replace of that Homesteaders tomato that I've been growing. I still have a couple seeds, but I've just not been, I don't know. It's a good tomato. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing exciting about it, and I can grow a bigger tomato and get more for my space. And then I got the Cherokee Purple. I've never grown this. Now I have grown it years ago when we were at our first house or their first garden. I did grow one of these, but I really wasn't into gardening then. And then so I really wasn't paying attention, and we've just always, you know, we would just go and buy the plants, and that's what we would use. And then last but not least, we got the Dr. Wichi's yellow tomato. Now I've never tried this, but I am excited to try this. And we've never had yellow tomatoes that I can remember, so we are going to give this a try, and hopefully we like it. Never know. It's pretty popular, so it has to be pretty good. I think Cora will really like it. And then really quick, I just got a couple of free seed packets from In My Gardener. From what I ordered there, I got a sweet dumpling squash. I don't know that I'll grow that. I'm gonna look it up. And then I got some Merlot lettuce and a Biet Alpha cucumber. I don't know that I'll grow these either, but I do have some friends coming over, so if they want some free seeds, I'll have them in my extra seed stash for them to look through. Next I've got our peppers. Now we went ahead and started these peppers about 2 days ago to give me just a couple more weeks ahead. We are planning to get the greenhouse, so I'm thinking that I'm going to have extra space in there to harden stuff off and to have in there without having to take up space on my seed starting shelf. So I'll have the greenhouse for that. So I went ahead and started a lot of peppers. We do hope to be able to sell some of these plants this year. The local nurseries were sold out of plants last year. So hopefully we'll be able to sell some of these extras or give them away. But we purchased a lot of different kinds of seeds, mainly because I'm getting a dehydrator. I'm going to dehydrate a lot of stuff this year and make powders to season my food, because I love that. I love having a lot of produce compacted down to a very small amount powder that gives you all the nutrients and all the flavor in just a little bit of product, a little bit of storage space. So anyway, we've got a lot. So one of the ones we grew last year is the purple Beauties, so I've got some more of them we started. And then in place of the California Wonders, now I started some California Wonders, but I didn't have to buy any seeds. But we're mainly growing these Ozark giant peppers. These are a big bell pepper. And I just wanted, again, I wanted something that's gonna put a lot of food on our table, and that's why I chose that. And then one that I've wanted for a few years is the shishito pepper. Someone, maybe it was Jess from Roots and Refuge, suggested this a few years ago. And then somebody the other day who was also, I think it might have been Jess. I don't keep up with everybody's videos, so I can't remember. But they were like this with like a garlic aioli, like with mayonnaise and stuff. You blister these and dip it in there, and it sounded so yummy. So I'm gonna give these a try. I can't do like super hot peppers, but Josh can, and I can tolerate them in some salsa here and there. And the kids, you know, when you make your own salsa, you need your own peppers, or you're having to buy them from the store, and that's what we had to do last year. So I want to be able to grow all of my own products for my salsa, and can way more this year. We ran out of salsa before anything else, and I had canned like 40 jars of it. It seemed like we did a lot, but anyway, we ate it all. Mainly Josh and Riley ate it all, but we are growing some poblanos this year. I feel like I can kind of tolerate those a little bit. And then some of the Craig's Grande jalapeno peppers from Baker Creek. And then I've got more of the natapinos that we grew last year. These were so prolific, these plants. We got so many peppers off of these. I wish I had a dehydrator to dehydrate some of these, but we ended up making poppers out of all the ones that we picked. So we ended up using all the ones that we did. And then I just had some banana peppers that we started. I did have one more pepper that I started, but we used all the seeds, and I must have thrown the seed packet away. But it is a new variety to Baker Creek, and it's called the habanada. So like the natapino is a non-spicy jalapeno, the habanada is a non-spicy habanero. So we have those varieties. They're already started in there. And then last but not least, I got more flowers. I'll make this pretty quick, but I wanted to have a lot of cut flowers. I really enjoyed that. I'm trying to get better at it. And I have a lot of seeds. I have a lot of zinnia seeds, but there are a lot of the pink ones and the yellow ones and the orange ones. And I just wanted some different colors. So I finally splurged and got the polar bear zinnias and the queen lime ones, because I really like white and green. I feel like you can add it to so many different settings and it works. And then I got this pink senorita zinnia. I thought it was really pretty and different. Then I got some cosmos, two different kinds of cosmos, one from Baker Creek, one from M.I. Gardner. These are the double Dutch rose. They're really just a different looking Cosmo, and then these are just your traditional picotee. And then last but not least, I got some straw flowers to grow. Now these are great dried flowers, and I did not know that that was a thing. Like, I've heard of it, but I've never really watched videos or seen many people do it. So I was really excited to know that these dry and keep most of their color all year long. So you can just, they're just really great overall cut flowers. I'm really excited to grow these straw flowers, and this is the tall double mix straw flower. Alright, so that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this. We got some more exciting things coming up, so we hope you continue to watch. Hit subscribe if you are not subscribed. I don't normally ask for that, but we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, and it would mean the world to me if you just hit that subscribe button, and that way you can see more of our videos whenever we come out with a new one. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching, and God bless.